All right, what is good, beautiful soul? So, I'm going to be talking about what I've learned from God and gods. What is it that I've learned? What can I share with you? I feel like this is a hot topic, and I'm going to start off by saying for a very long time, I was so frustrated at my own faith because I didn't feel like I was really rooted in it. I wasn't really rooted in it. And because of that, I was swayed from one side to the other. I was trying to listen to everyone to understand what was it that I was missing, because obviously I must have been missing something. I didn't really feel connected. I was confused. Why are there all of these gods? God says don't, what is going on? So I wanted to take time. I grew up Christian homeschooler here, and that was a big part of my life, this idea of religion, this idea of there's this one mono god, this ultimate being. And I wanted to share what I've learned about God in this video, so hopefully this will help shed some light. It will help you with your own spiritual path, with your own relationship with God as you cultivate it, to feel more solid in the foundation that you're setting for yourself, and however this video may help you do that. Okay, so I wanted to start off by saying that this was really inspired by one of my soul brothers. Now, we go way back, pretty much we remember sharing past lives when we were angels, with the angel wings, all that good stuff. And, we, of course, both also believe in God, the one true God. And we believe that, He created us, He created everyone. But so what's the deal with all of these other gods? So I was talking to my brother, and he was exploring and visited other gods. Now, when he was visiting them, of course it brought up questions. What's with all of these other gods? I serve the one true God, so why we seeing all these other gods? Well, here's the deal. Just like we see throughout history, people have praised idols. They've put idols before this oneness creator. I will start off by defining my understanding and belief of God is that they are the greatest of all dimensions. There is not a single dimension, density, reality, earth plane, timeline beyond this physical, beyond the spiritual, beyond the eternal, that God is not there. God is the greatest of all dimensions. It is the stuff that these dimensions are made out of. So that is what I see God as. It's not a person. It is not personified. So that's the number one thing that you'll see between understanding God and gods. A lot of gods are personified, whether they have human-like qualities, they look like humans with extraterrestrial features like wings or trunks or horns or tails. They are part human, that would be a demigod, so you understand how it kind of goes. So what I learned and understood by talking with my soul brother Yuri, shout out Yuri, that we are a divine creation, and there are many dimensions with different kinds of gods. They are not the God, but they are a God. That's pretty much it. There are many gods in the universe. Now, some of you see them as aliens. Some of you have certain religions that share stories of these gods and the belief systems that go along with it. And so the way that I've seen it and what I've learned from God is that ultimately, yeah, there are other gods, but there is only one God. There is only one greatest of all dimension. There is only one source of life and creation that is within everything else. It is not a person. It is not a being in the same way that we understand beings. It is something that goes beyond our comprehension and consciousness. And because we cannot understand God fully, because His ways are not our ways, we create gods. These are like the you could say, collective consciousness way of understanding certain powers in the universe that be. So they are, for us as humans, a way that we can break down and conceptualize certain aspects of God. But they are not God. They are gods. So it is important for me, and what I've learned is that you can observe and you can honor the different stories that, humans on this earth share, the different religions that help people. Because, I think that ultimately it really just goes back to, are you doing good by your God? It doesn't matter what God you worship or believe in. Even atheists don't believe in God. That means I have to acknowledge that there is a God and choose not to believe in it. If this is the understanding, you can't escape something that is so like an innate part of your being. It's not possible. You can ignore it. You can make stories and try to direct your attention somewhere else. But God is eternal and always there. So that's been a big thing I've been learning. And because of this understanding, it's really given me peace of mind when working spiritually with others. Being able to connect and clear the air and direct that energy back to God, direct that energy to the greatest of all dimensions so that they can channel it to the highest timeline for all beings. And so I don't even worry when I hear other people, it's cool. You're here on earth for a reason. Explore, understand what you feel led to explore and understand. It's for a purpose. Personally, I feel so thankful that I can just feel solid in my faith by knowing that there is a God, greatest of all dimensions, and that all of these other gods are not even close to the entirety of this God, this oneness God, this creator of all life, who is the one, law of one. He is the one. Okay, so all right, so that's really what I learned. And so I don't feel threatened in any way when other people bring up other gods, and that was something growing up was like a big no-no. It's like, don't bring up any gods. I don't feel threatened because they're not, like, I feel pretty solid with my homie God. I don't see other gods as even playing a role in the way they can't touch what is so eternal and innate a part of my being. Like, sure, there are some really cool stories to help us as humans understand our divinity and our connection to God through observing other gods. But ultimately, like, they are not to be compared to the oneness creator. They are a part of the oneness, but you can't compare a drop to the ocean. Or maybe you can. I mean, you can, but yeah. So that's kind of, that's what I've learned about God throughout my time. I hope that this helps you as you continue to refine and cultivate your understanding and relationship with God, understand the purpose of gods. They are more like tools for humans to use to better understand our own divinity and connection to God. I personally, I don't really praise any kind of God other than the greatest of all dimensions. And that's more so just admiring the beauty of the work and the creation that they've, allowed me to experience. So yeah, I hope that this helped you. Of course, I'm still learning. I'm still developing my, trust in God and fully understanding as much as I possibly can the entirety of such a majestic and normal being in our lives, because God's always there. It's pretty awesome. And also showing and respecting those other gods, having respect and observing but really just directing all that attention back to the oneness creator, because I feel like that's where all of the power lies. That's where all of life stems from. And that's where I personally feel the most whole and just solid in my foundation, connected to this oneness creator, Allah, you know, Jah, you already know the T. You already know what I'm talking about because you are also connected to them, and we all are, whatever names you want to share call them. Yeah. So anyways, I love you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you got from it in the comments down below, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, so I know so I can make more like so. Shout out Yuri again. God bless. Namaste.